Hello, I'm meteorologist Brian Ivy for NeoWeather, and Dorian could very well likely be a devastating major hurricane. Whether it hits all of Florida or not, you can definitely see some very impressive cloud tops, a strong, robust system that is pushing off slowly to the northwest. You can see some of those raised areas as the sun began to set earlier this evening, showing off that convection, those thunderstorm activities really billowing. And then on the infrared satellite, also in the blue color, that is where those high cloud tops are, the stronger portions of the storm. It is a robust, tight system wrapping within itself a nice area of inflow into the near eye area. We haven't really seen much of an eye today, but there's a good outgassing on the aloft portion of this storm with some high pressure in control, allowing for a really nice dynamic approach to our Category 1 storm with about 85 gusts up to 95 miles per hour. Pressure now below 990 millibars as Dorian will track and strengthen a Category 2, eventually a Category 3, and most likely easily into the Category 4 area as we get towards the Bahamas and then Florida as it continues to push a little bit more westerly in the next couple of days after another day or two of further northwestern movement. It's going to be impressive due to the fact of a lot of heat. It's going to be bathwater. It's going to be 85 plus degrees, low shear, so that change of wind speed and wind direction aloft as you increase the altitude in the atmosphere. There's not too much of that. So really good dynamics for Dorian to probably expand out a little bit more and continue that very nice core as it becomes a major hurricane. Some of the tracks on it from different models, whether it's the European model, the GFS model, or different types of ensemble combinations with other models as well. Pretty similar. Good confidence it hits towards Florida, but then things diverge. Is it going to make landfall in Florida and hit into the western portion of the state? Is it going to start moving northward and skirt the coast? Or is it maybe even going to be, this is the cross your fingers, the best scenario, just kind of hit that coast with the left side of the storm and then turn off towards portions of the Georgia, Carolinas, and maybe then run up towards sea as a weakening storm, where on the left-hand side, it's not going to be as bad, as potent, versus if the right-hand side buzzsawed its way in right in towards Florida. So future cast, this is going to be the NAM model to start off, and then we'll go into the GFS model. Coming at you here across portions of the Atlantic, hitting towards the Bahamas. Strong windshield, very strong for sure. And then as you can see, it's going to be the strongest on that western or the eastern side, the northern side there. The right front quadrant is typical, but then as it goes towards Bahamas and Florida, we'll have to see if that's going to start hooking even towards the southwest back towards Miami, or is it going to start going off towards the northeast. The models, again, don't exactly have perfect agreement, but GFS taking it right in towards Florida there between a little bit north of Miami. Not a ton of hurricanes go across the central eastern portion of the state and the northeastern portion of Florida. So it could be an unusual track, but there's still a lot of uncertainty. It's going to be a slow-moving storm. There's still a few days really to prepare and to look at the specifics within the storm and understand how bad the storm surge and the winds and the flooding rains are really going to be. Right now, play the happy medium game. Don't fret too much. Prepare. Plan for the worst, but again, don't worry and panic. Probability of tropical storm force winds. When are they going to arrive? Well, it'll be the weekend into early next week, unfortunately, for the holiday. And here's where it's most likely going to be, right in towards the eastern side of Florida, including Orlando, including Miami, and including Daytona as well. That's winds where you're gusting 60, 70, 80 miles per hour, at least most likely there. So take it easy for right now, but just kind of get all your plans in place and continue watching for more updates on what Hurricane Dorian will do.